The day has come to do the diff swaps. So I gotta get the Suburban halfway out of the garage. If we go in here, I can get the crew cab halfway out of the garage. So just gotta move a few things from underneath each. The original plan was just to pull them out with the Avalanche, but the wife's running errands today, so I don't have the truck, so I gotta do it all by hand. Which is super fun, especially with the worry of them trying to leave. It'll probably end up in the neighbor's garage. I mean, he already hates me enough, so might as well just add another strike to it, right? So my thoughts are so jumbled right now. Between everything going on in life and moving or not moving, moving provinces, not moving provinces, getting a new job, not getting a new job, whether I have a job or not, where I'm going to work, where I'm going to live. I got so many options with the vehicles and stuff, so I'm trying to figure it all out, and my brain is tired right now, to be honest. Trying to figure out, I want to get the crew cab on the road. I need to put motor and tranny in that. Still going to do the on propane small block, these heads and intake on that one. But then, because there's like 90% chance I got to move, whether it's staying here or moving provinces, this truck is probably going to have to go into storage, and I got to store everything in it. Easiest way to store a motor and tranny is right there. So I was going to put this one back in. I was going to bolt the NV4500 or SM465. I wish I had an NV4500. The SM465 to the back of this and just put it in that. But I think that SM465, since it's not going in the crew cab anymore, it's kind of crappy and all rusty. If you guys remember, needs a rebuild. It's better for just a mud truck. I'm probably going to just put that in the Nissan eventually, probably never. And this motor was originally for the Nissan, so even though it's got a crack in it, I think I'm going to JB weld that up and put some different heads and intake on it or whatnot, and throw that in the Nissan at some point. So my thought process is, should I bolt this to the SM465 and drop it in here and have the Suburban motor in the Suburban with the Pathfinder tranny? Or should I connect the SM465 to this, so it's the Pathfinder engine with the Pathfinder tranny, and just drop it in here, and then when I'm ready to work on this, which another thing with that is then it keeps this workable. I can keep it out and keep it workable. Will probably be stored in the back of the truck with the rest of the motors, probably on like that stand. So it's still workable on the stand. If I get a new garage, I can just pull it out and work on it without having to pull it out of the truck first and pulling the whole front end off. And then when it's ready, and whatever tranny I got for that, whether it's this or a different one, I can bolt that all together, have it ready to go, pull out Pathfinder, put in the Suburban, if that makes sense, if you're following along. Another thing is what tranny for the crew cab, because I don't know if I'm going to do this now. It's obviously all completely different size, so it kind of changes everything, which I already knew. Ruining my video, dude. Which helps with front drive shaft, hurts rear drive shaft, but it's crew cab long, so I'm not worried about that. But it would help with front drive shaft angle, because it'd have to be longer. I'd have to figure out the shifter. I'd like to keep it on the column. I don't like the big box on the floor with the floor shifter. I can't remember if I've mentioned that or not in a video, but I don't like that. So I'd have to figure out a shifter for this. And trying to get this thing to shift without a computer is a pain in the ass or expensive. And I don't even know if the tranny works. It was in the dually. The dually ran for like 30 seconds. and never moved forwards or back. So I have no idea if this tranny is actually any good. And I looked on the marketplace. There's nothing out there for Turbo 400. I could make a Facebook post, or I could go on like Kijiji and stuff and see what's there. But if I am going to go that route, then this could possibly be kind of, this goes back to the storage thing. This all could be bolted back to this, and then it could be just put into this truck where it's supposed to be. The engine wouldn't be rebuilt. It's just kind of together right now with no gaskets in it. I did the head gasket and intake gasket delete. So I'd still have to either do all that while it's in the truck, or once I get a new garage and everything, pull it all back out. So I don't know if I want to do that, or maybe go back to, having this one in there. And then if I get a new garage, then I can do this one and rebuild it, put that behind it. And at some point I'd have to rebuild that and have the manual valve body and stuff in it anyways. Or another option for that one I forgot is a controller, but a controller is like $1,200. And then again, buy the controller just to see if the tranny's good or not. So yeah, I'm not sure right now. Everything's so jumbled, and I just kind of rambled on for 7.5 minutes now. So here's pretty much a whole video of me rambling about engines and what to do. But the first sure thing right now is I gotta swap the axles, and then before this comes in at the end of the day, I gotta figure out what motor and tranny go in that, because I might as well put it in right now while it's all rolled out, and then roll it forwards and it's just in, and then I can get the front clip back on, the hood on. Gotta swap this crappy fender for the new good fender, and then get rid of the crappy ones just because I can't afford to store any crappy stuff right now. So all the good stuff's got to go on the truck, and the crappy stuff's got to go, even though none of the body work on the good stuff's done. So this is kind of where we're at. I have no idea what I'm doing. Story of my life. Life is like flying a helicopter. I have no idea how to fly a helicopter, and this is well, this one's all out and over there, and I don't worry, I didn't just do it on the one jack stand. I had the two big ones under there, but I only have the two big ones and the one little one, so I had to lower it down off of those onto there. Now that there's like next to no weight in here, she's good. Please fall right now. That would be an awesome video. No, she's good. Kick it, boom, falls. Oh, never mind. So yeah, that one's out and kind of half out of the garage. So now time to start working on over here. I think the wife should be home soon, so hopefully I can just pull this one out with the Avalanche. And this one's out too. Both trucks are front diffless. Now I just gotta swap them and crab walk this one in there and crab walk this one out here. Crew cab sitting on its own weight now. Now we just gotta work on this one, and voila, that truck's sitting back too. I put it back to the stock location. I want to see where that is, especially since, like I said before, now that I know that I can trim back here, the axle can actually be back a little farther. I have a little bit more room behind the tire than I thought. Still just sitting on the C channel for now. I have a few ideas for those mounts. I was going to do those after I got the crew cab together and got it ready to sell, and then shit hit the fan with my life, and then ended up pulling the crew cab back apart, and now this has got to go in storage possibly, and blah, 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 blah. But a few things. I think these diffs were meant to swap. Because one, this truck is going to be, we were planning on the street, but it's seeming more like off-road. And the best option for it, because it's blown up in the carrier, is to put a spool, which makes it really bad for streetable. And that was horrible English there, ignore that. And the back is limited slip-ish, but we could just weld it, and then this thing could be pretty much locked front and rear. And this one was meant to be with this truck, because one, it's not blown up, so now this has a functional diff front and rear. Secondly, this arm, the the 10 bolt one, or the Dana 44 one stopped here. This one stops here. So I might actually be able to squeak these in. I measured, might have to cut some of the inner threads so they don't hit each other. I still want to get new ones, but I could possibly get these exact same ones. I know will fit. So that works better in this truck, and that works better in that truck. And before anybody says it in the comments or whatnot, I'm aware I'm swapping crap, and pretty much everything I throw on these vehicles is crap. All I have is crap. I'm aware. Do I care? No. Would I like to have nice stuff? Yes. Can I afford it? No. So this is what we're working with. And I've decided I'm gonna put the Pathfinder engine and tranny in this for now. After I've had the day to think about it, so we can still work on this one. Plus, if everything's gonna go in storage, this one is actually safer in the back of the truck. There's less environment that can get to it than when sitting here. I mean, it'll still have the hood and grill and everything on, but it won't have its carb, and I don't have a distributor for it and all that stuff. So everything's open. I'd have to tape it off like I had that one. And that one's already been out in the elements. That one's already crap and cracked. So it can sit in there. And then if it ends up getting foobarred, then I can throw it out. And then we can put this one in it. But I'd rather it sitting in the back nice and safe. So now I just got to finish up the steering on that one, and then do a bunch of engine swapping. That one's gonna go on the ground so I can pick this one up, so then I can bolt the tranny to it, and then I can put it in here, and then that one can go on that stand so it can be wheeled in the corner. And that one can be picked up and put on the stand so I can put it together so it can go in the crew cab. Oh, I'm tired just saying all that. So that went fairly well. As you can see, there's an angle in that because that's as far forward as a Suburban goes with that other engine there. So good thing I got a couple come-alongs because I had to come along from a cross member to the tranny to pull it back while letting it down, but it worked. It's in, and since the Suburban was so far back, I decided to just quickly put the front clip on, and yeah, she looks way better than she did. No more rust up to here. And with it bolted at the far back, that looks a lot more center. It actually looks a little back, but the truck's also sitting a little low right now. It will be up and forwards, kind of like a shackle flip.